hope we feel like this forever, 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 ever, forever, ever.
Yep. Nothing what? Can't do it. Oh! Damn, man. Yeah.
Let me have some.
Come on, you went to the store. Why you didn't get you one?
I forgot. Please, can I have some? Let me just have one.
No.
On the oak tree, I hope we feel like this forever, 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 ever, forever, ever.
Shabuya, shabuya, roll call.
My name Anasia,
What?
and this my husband,
What?
and I be loving how we always rubber-dubbing.
Roll call. Shabuya, shabuya, roll call. My name Marcellus,
Yeah,
in all black.
yeah.
This is the second episode and welcome back.
Roll call.
Shabuya, shabuya, roll call. So you mean to tell me that y'all think that y'all can marry somebody and be able to withstand all of their mood swings from that point until death do y'all part? It's not easy, man. Like, forever never seems too grown and too long until you old. Jay-Z said it best, man. What he said? He said, y'all can make up with a bag. I had to change the weather. It's tough, but if you really love that person and you can see yourself until death do y'all part, then y'all can make it happen. I got a question. How much of a person's morale is their mate responsible for? Like, how much am I supposed to be able to change how you feel about yourself? Like, what's your take on that?
Well, I can definitely say that it's only so much that you can do when it comes down to my emotions and the way I feel about myself. It really all starts within the person. They have to do the work on themselves. So, for instance, you can tell me all day, every day that I'm beautiful and that I look good, but if I don't feel that way about myself, if I don't think that way about myself, then it doesn't matter what you're saying to me.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, because once you especially from a man's perspective, you see your woman and you might feel like she has low self-esteem, or she may be lacking confidence in some areas. And because she is a reflection of you, you automatically want to make her happy. And you automatically want to make her a representation of how good you treat her. But if you treat her well and you talk to her well and nothing's going wrong in a relationship, how much of that are you supposed to sit back and say, okay, I can build your self-esteem, or I can help your confidence? It's not really much you can do.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Right. It's not really much that the spouse can do. Because like I said, at the end of the day, the work starts within the person that has that low self-esteem and don't really have confidence about their self.
I would love to know that. I would love to know your answer about that, man. So if that's something that you feel like you have an answer to, I want y'all to drop that comment in there, man. Let me know how y'all feel. I would love the perspective of our peers and other married people. I want to know, like, how much responsibility are you to take on for your partner's morale? People change every day. You know what I'm saying? People might wake up with a different feeling every day. So how much are you supposed to wake up and be able to adjust to the way they feel? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I might wake up with an attitude because of a dream that I had. Is it your job to make me feel better? You get what I'm saying?
Right. No, you gonna shift your mindset
and matter of fact, I got another question for y'all. I want to know, without checking Google or asking somebody else, this is straight off the cuff. I want to know, in y'all opinion, man and woman, what is the benefit that the husband receives when entering a marriage? I would sit here and tell y'all a few answers that I've heard, but I don't even want to give y'all an example. I don't want to shape y'all thoughts on that at all. I want y'all to come right off the cuff with it. I want to know y'all answers. I will tell y'all this. A woman gets a ring. A woman, in some scenarios, she gets her wedding. She gets the dress that she thought about wearing since she was a young girl. She gets to change her name legally, whether she decides to or not, or whether she decides to hyphenate it. There's a few things in my perspective that I feel like the woman gets that's, you know what I'm saying, you can see it and you can say, okay, I see that, you are married. So I just want to know, besides, no, I'm gonna leave it there. I want to know what y'all think about it, right?
Yeah. Now I have a question for you. In what ways did I partake in motivating you to be the man that you are today?
I would say you gave me the ambition. I would say you lit a fire under me because I was always just relaxed. You get what I'm saying? Like, it was always, I'm going to play some ball and I'm going to play my game and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Life was always just, it was calm for me. So when I met somebody that I could lead and that would allow me to teach you and show you and steer you in the right direction, when I got that opportunity, I felt like it was only right as a man to take advantage of it. You get what I'm saying? And then the fact that you blessed me with children, that also lit a fire under me because now I have a whole unit to take care of. It's no longer about me. Mm-hmm. It's about the people that's expecting me to be there no matter what. Mm-hmm. And there's so many different ways that I have to be there. So you lit that fire under me, and that's appreciated. I'm very grateful for that. Leadership is something that I feel like comes naturally to me, whether it's sports or even friendship, especially in companionship, because I feel like there's a lot that I could teach you and vice versa. There's a lot that you could teach me as well. Being able to be calculated, you get what I'm saying? Mm. Making sure that you always a step ahead, trying to be prepared. You get what I'm saying? The proper preparation prevents poor performance, right? Yeah. So I just take it and I try to run with it. You know what I'm saying? I know that I got a unit to take care of. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And I know that you got me and I got you. So even though my room forever has shrunk since we had kids, that's one thing people don't understand is your margin forever, it automatically drops to a minimum once you have kids because it's not about you. You get what I'm saying? Those kids are expecting to eat every day. They don't care about no work or no bill or they don't care about anything. They don't care about money. You get what I'm saying? They expect to eat every day. They expect to have a roof over their head because they're not thinking about that. They're innocent. So, yeah. Basically just being the leader and leading them the right way. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I appreciate you for that. That's a great question.
Yeah. Now I want to touch base on, because our the title of this video is called Forever Ever, and mainly just
Forever Ever?
Right, forever ever. And people don't think about that. Like, people don't think about when they're in that cuddly stage, you're not even paying attention to the little small stuff, the flaws and personality traits that you might not like, but you don't even really pay attention to it because you're so caught up in, oh, he look good, he smell good, we did this on Friday night. Like, you're so stuck on that you're not really getting to really, really know the person. And I think people don't really get to see the true side of who their mate is until they move in together.
Yep.
So, what do you think is like a big flaw in spouses that causes for them to separate or space? They only got to be a divorce.
No, that's my answer. Space. I think space
oh.
is the reason. Space is the reason because when you don't live together, you miss each other. You get what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
okay.
every time you see each other, it's like, damn, I couldn't get to you last night, or you was at home, so now this is my chance, and we gonna put anything on the TV because we ain't gonna watch it. It's gonna watch us. You get what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
So when you don't live together, you miss each other.
Mm-hmm.
But when you waking up with the same face every day, it's like, okay, you never going home? Like, now you live here? Now we together? Like, I gotta wake up and see you every day? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's another thing. You hit on it because I always say micro turns into macro. Yeah. The small things always become big, especially when things are going good. You understand? When you don't have much to worry about as a couple, all the little things start to annoy you, right?
Yeah.
So something as small as smacking. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Or maybe that person don't snore every night, but the night that they do snore, they getting some good sleep. It annoy you. You understand? You ready to roll over and suffocate them with the pillow. Or it's just the small things. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Like how you be playing a game and I be trying to get some attention, but I ain't gonna talk about that. Right, but it do be like little small things, but you don't. I'm telling you, in a dating stage, people do not pay attention to
Listen,
that.
in our marriage, in the marriage license, it's somewhere. I don't know if it's in. You might not be able to see it, but on there it says, "Let that man play the game." I promise you, it say it. You gonna have to read it. You ain't even read the contract.
Lie
you ain't even read the contract.
Lie again.
That was non-negotiable too. That might have been on like the first line.
See, I knew how much he loved his game though. Like the game really doesn't bother me. It really don't, because I know that brings you comfort and it gives you a peace of mind. Just like how like my dancing or me meditating or taking a bath with my candles or something like that, like having my own little time, having my own little moments. That's like your moment, but that like your moment is like every day. Like I take
that's
my
why
time.
That's why you can't compare those two. That's why
I can't really compare, but
you got to understand that it's just the competitive nature in me. You understand? Like, and I compete in everything that I do. I'm just a natural competitor, and a lot of times it's not even competing with somebody else. A lot of times it's self-competition that I'm indulged in. So when I play the game, you got to understand I've been playing the game since I was.
I know.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm very competitive in it because I feel like, why am I doing it if I'm not the best? That's just something that I do. I take pride in everything that I do. You understand? So that's huge right there. I want to ask y'all that. I want y'all to sit there and I want y'all to think about everything that you do on a daily basis, whether it's cooking, your job, being a parent, everything that you do, anything that you put energy in. I want you to ask yourself, why are you doing it if you don't want to be the best at it? You get what I'm saying? And I feel like that's something that a lot of people lack. They lack the self-competition, and everything becomes external. So you start to compare yourself to other people instead of looking at yourself and saying, okay, so how can I make myself better, whether it's as good as that person or not? I want to be the best at it that I can be. You get what I'm saying? Right. And especially when it comes down to parenthood. You got a lot of examples out here today of people and they kids are doing this or their kids are doing that. I know y'all been seeing it with this whole little Boosie and D-Wade situation. I will not indulge in that. I promise you I won't. Facebook been going crazy. But I won't get into it. My whole thing is, as a parent, you got to be the best parent that you can be. As a mate, you got to be the best mate that you can be. Why do you want to be with this person if you're not going to give them your all? You understand what I'm saying? You're going to have shaky days, man. And that's where the forever ever come into play. Because it's like, all right, we might have a bad day, but are we going to dawn on this? Are we going to move on? And are we going to make this better so we can make it forever? The easiest thing to do is give up. That's my opinion on it.
And I just want to say, stop comparing your relationship based off these celebrity relationships. I see a lot of people doing that, especially on social media. Oh, goals, relationship goals. Okay, yeah, just because they on a yacht with the sunset on them, that doesn't mean that everything's sweet. They could have got into a fight right before they took the picture and posted. Like, be your own goal.
Mm-hmm.
Have your own relationship. Build your own relationship with your mate. Get to know yourself
Keep
and
it
your
authentic.
mate. Right.
Keep it authentic as
stop
possible.
trying to go based off what people are doing on social media or posting on social. They don't have to be celebrities. Just people in general that you see that makes everything look good. Because everything ain't good.
Because perception isn't always reality. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just like the way you can underestimate somebody, you know how they say don't judge a book by its cover, because you might underestimate somebody. You might see a guy that's homeless walking down the street. That don't mean he don't have $1 million in his pocket. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same way you can underestimate somebody, you can overestimate as well.
Yes.
And that could cloud your judgment on your own life. You get what I'm saying? You could be walking around and because everything is so accessible now, you can open your phone up at any time you want and see somebody doing good. Or see somebody and what you would judge as doing better than you. Mm-hmm. Not knowing that they mentally unstable. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? They gotta sleep with themselves, and they gotta understand that everything ain't peaches and cream. But then they gotta try hard to put on that fake perception and show people what they want them to see. That's everything in life, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Everything in life is about your perception and the way you look at it.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, did you just get into the segment of the questions? We really got some good questions that came in from our last episode.
For sure.
So, we want to shout out Danita.
Shout out.
Hi, Danita.
What's up, baby?
So, Danita's question was, should a person that started an argument with their spouse apologize first, even when they both said hurtful things? So I'm going to start off with that. I really feel like it doesn't matter who should apologize first, because at the end of the day, especially if y'all both said something hurtful, y'all both were in the wrong. So, and a lot of times you have that stubborn side. So somebody got to be the bigger person. So whether it was the person that started it or the person that didn't start it, we still got to come to a common ground and apologize and get some clarity and understanding of the situation and go about how we can fix whatever it was that was bothering the person that started the argument.
Yeah, for sure. I'm biased when it comes down to this type of stuff, man, because I'm real bullheaded. I'm real stubborn, and I don't even like to call it an argument. I would say it's a disagreement, especially when it comes down to me and her, just to bring it around and be relatable to us. I would say that it's a disagreement, and most of the time, I won't let it get to the point where it's hurtful. And I will never retaliate with hurtful words if she was to bring it to me. So I would check it right there, and that would be the end of the conversation. And vice versa, I would expect that even though I you know what I'm saying, you got to think about what you're saying before you say it. Say what you mean what you say, because it might be just strictly off of emotion. Just like last episode, I said, you want to be emotional without being dramatic. You get what I'm saying? And when you start talking crazy and those words get a little out of control, that's when you're being dramatic, because you might be so hurt or so irritated. You feel like you're not getting the response you want. You willing to say anything to get this person off their rocker, but then it go left, and you know that you did that out of spite and it was unnecessary. So yeah, man, I don't think it's necessary to even let it get to the part where it's two people that's saying hurtful things to each other. That's my take on that. Shout out to Danita again for that question. That was a good one right there. That was a good one.
Our next question came from Tamara, and Tamara's question was, how important is having your own individual identity, and how do we maintain our own identity in our marriage?
My opinion with that, like I said, we giving a perspective of us, so I'm gonna swing it back around to us, and then I'm gonna make it where it's general, where y'all can relate. We didn't even go to the same high school. We grew up on two different sides of the city. You get what I'm saying? We are complete opposite when it comes down to what we like. She's into dancing. I'm an athlete. She's a little more shy and to herself. I mean, I'm an introvert as well, but I'm more smooth. You get what I'm saying? It's just we just total opposites. So when it comes down to
outspoken.
I'm a little more outspoken. I won't say outspoken. I would say I'm assertive because I don't feel like I outspeak. But when something needs to be said, I'll say it. You get what I'm saying? So I don't outspeak. I don't feel like I overtalk, but I am very assertive. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When it comes down to us individually, that's what I would say. I would say because we're so opposite, you have no choice but to have your own identity because she's gonna do her own type of things and I'm gonna do my own type of things, and we'll find some type of way, and by some type of way I mean support. We're gonna always find a way to support each other because we care. Right. And you might not even agree with what the person is interested in, but it's not about you all the time. So you gotta look and say, okay, this is what, for example, the game. We just talked about the game. She don't play no video games, but she understands that that's what I do. And she supported the fact that that's what I'm gonna do when I want to relax. I'm gonna play my game. She wants to be a mentor for young ladies, and that's something that's hugely that's something that's necessary for sure. And I don't want to motivate young girls, but I'm going to definitely support her if that's what she chooses to do. Just basically support, man, when it comes down to individual and having identities together, because you're going to be a reflection of each other regardless. So it's going to be hard to separate when it comes down to you guys are in a relationship. When they see you, they're going to see your mate and vice versa. You get what I'm saying? You're always a reflection, so you want to look sharp. You get what I'm saying? Act like you got somebody that you represent. Yeah, that's my take on that.
Thank you, Samir, for that question.
That was also a good question. That's great.
And then our last question is from my cousin Camila. Hey,
Shout out Camila.
So Camila asked, how have you both changed and learned yourselves growing up in the relationship? So I'm gonna kind of like touch based on that a little bit. Every day we're still learning ourselves and we're still growing. So I don't really have like a straight answer because every day we're growing to be better individually, better as a mother, a father, as a husband, a wife, an employee. So I mean, there has been great changes, but yeah, I don't really have a straight answer because I just feel like we're still working on ourselves as of right now, so it's like we haven't hit to a point where we've grown and then we just stopped growing.
I would say first things first, we're 25 and we've been together since we were 15.
Yes.
So change is inevitable. You get what I'm saying? Whether we weren't together or seeing that we are, you're going to change from 15 to 25. You get what I'm saying? You're going to come into your own. You're going to get you some principles. You're going to understand that you're going to start to learn yourself and what you do like and what you don't like. You're going to gain friends. You're going to lose friends. You're going to gain money. You're going to lose money. So change is inevitable. What was the second part of that question? It was, let me see.
It wasn't. It just says, how have you both changed and learned yourselves growing up in the relationship?
Yeah. So I would say change is inevitable. And it's been kind of smooth. It's been a smooth transition because it's not like we met each other set in our ways. We were able to mold each other kind of. And that's the interesting part because not only was I able to influence you to be the woman that I expect you to be and that I would want, but you were able to do that to me as well. Mm-hmm. And now seeing that we can mold each other and we have a son and a daughter, now we can mold them as well. teamwork. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And we just make it work. You get what I'm saying? It's like our lives were just some Play-Doh, and we were able to take it and mold it, you know, or cookie dough, and we was able to just shape it however we wanted it to, and we still in the process. We know we're near done.
Right.
We know we're near done. Every day we wake up and we push each other, we motivate each other to make something happen. We try to be productive every day, whether it's individually or as a unit or just parenthood or anything. You know what I'm saying? We trying to make sure that everything falls in line because it's a lot of unknown. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that could happen from now until death do us part.
Right.
So we trying to make sure everything is how we need it to be and how we want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Our aspirations are high. So shout out to Camila. That was also a great question.
Shout out to all the ladies that sent us a question, and for everyone else, definitely send us some questions. We got a lot of answers for y'all, and we also are going to do a video on Wednesdays where it's just nothing but questions, where we can get everyone's questions in, because we don't want to miss anybody.
Every question is important. Every question is important. We got a perspective for all of it because it's necessary. We don't want y'all to feel like y'all asking questions that aren't going to get answered. We appreciate the support and all the questions. You get what I'm saying? We want y'all to be involved. And we want to be able to help if that's what y'all see us as help, or just a perspective, or just our opinions. You know what I'm saying? So whenever we can, we going to do that. So we going to break it off, and we going to give y'all 2 episodes a week, man, because all of those questions are important. So Wednesdays, our hump day going to be questions, man. And our Saturdays is going to be our deep dives and stuff like that. Stuff like that. We're going to deep dive. We're going to do our segments. We're going to chop it up on Saturdays. But Wednesdays is going to be questions. So make sure y'all get them in, man, because we got answers for sure. We definitely got answers. Yes. We gonna close it here.
Yep. Thank y'all for hanging with us and supporting us. Make sure if y'all didn't see the first episode that y'all go check it out, because I'm telling y'all gonna get a good laugh, and it'll just give y'all a little idea of how we met and how we came together as a one. So
that was the icebreaker, man. We gonna chop it up, man. We gonna get. I'm telling you, we got so many ideas, man. We got so many ideas, and we appreciate all that support, man. We love y'all. We're going to leave it right here. We're gonna get this one together, and we're going to see y'all Wednesday.
Yep, Wednesday. So make
get them
sure,
questions in,
get
man.
those questions in.
Get them questions, because we coming Wednesday.
Hump day, we coming with questions.
And we're going to give y'all the answers, man. So we love y'all, and we did it again. Another great one, right?
Yep, make sure y'all comment and share, drop some comments, some feedback.
Y'all know how that go. That ain't too much to ask from y'all, man. It's all love. So, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want to support it, man. We appreciate it. We love y'all, man. We up.
Bye.